Popcorn Ready. We got Alex Thomas in the building.
Come on, man.
I'm trying to be the loudest because I know you're going to be up in here loud.
I'm loud for a living, though, bro.
I know.
You talk with your hands, I talk with my mouth.
You look, you're talking with that shirt you got on.
Come on,
it's
man.
It's really loud.
Come on, man. You don't know nothing about no Ben Davis, straight khaki, South City, intro.
I do not.
So I'm guessing you're from L.A.?
Born and raised.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here, though, man.
Hey, man,
we're still getting dressed. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good.
Well, when you like these dudes and you're doing 10 shows a day, wardrobe changes, that's just that life.
Hey, man, we got to keep the lights on, man.
Yeah.
Or we just get a shirt.
Yeah.
And that'll keep the lights
on.
And you know what I'm saying?
Oh, now you coordinating. I see you got the dunk.
You feel me? Come on, man.
Okay.
I'm trying to be like y'all, man. Come on.
Be better
Who's your
than us.
sponsor? Nike?
I don't have
Air
one.
Force One, Jordan,
I
what?
don't have one. No, I used to be with Jordan though. You know
You
what I mean?
were,
Yeah, I was with Brand Jordan. You know the
Were
athletes.
you one of the first football players
me
to
and
wear?
Randy, one of the best.
Randy White,
yeah. We you can't say anything. Just sit over there and hug your mic. Hug your mic.
Are you trying to say you were sponsored and had to buy his shoes before every game?
Yes.
No,
Is that what you're trying to say?
I was a Nike guy as well.
Nike and Jordan are two different entities.
Wow. Okay.
Let's distinguish that right now.
That's like saying football and then there's pro football.
Right, yeah, it's not the same.
Semi-pro football, yeah.
Wait, now you got me wanting to ask y'all a question. Because I want to always ask you guys. So you get sponsored, and then there's guys that you made it to the league. You're not paying for kicks, but do they still pay you to wear Nike, or you just free gear?
Nike will give a little bit of cash,
right,
but a lot of product to most players, professional sports, right?
Oh, okay.
Adidas will give a lot of cash and a lot of product.
Yeah, it's either one or the
Why
other.
is Adidas more when they're not as fly as
Nike?
Right,
Okay.
so they try to do whatever they can to lure.
So they...
And Adidas is soccer money, if I'm not correct.
Yeah, they make their money over in Europe and stuff like that.
Oh,
but
sure.
they're trending. They've been trending
for sure.
over the years.
I don't know. I guess I'm just a real nigga when it comes to, and I just got to ask y'all, is it just me or Adidas has never got the gear game up to Nike's?
Their game is
like their
coming
shoes are nice, but you can never tell me that Adidas's gear is as dope as Nike's.
Now
it's getting better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But you agree for years it wasn't.
No, they wasn't even up to par.
Okay, thank you.
Nike
But I don't know.
Was or whatever the case.
I can't say Adidas is getting up there with Nike.
No. I mean,
I'm with you on that hat.
I've actually bought some like Adidas stuff because I'm like, okay, this is not something that I'm using.
But if you went in your closet right now, just be honest. If you went in your closet,
99.9% Nike. Well, no, let me rephrase that.
I got some women.
That'd be like saying you have a New Balance outfit.
No,
you don't have a
real
New Balance
talk
outfit.
though. 80% Nike, 20% Lululemon. Lulu is a
Oh
way.
no, that's a chick thing.
No, Lululemon.
I've been seeing it a lot, but I ain't seen no dudes with it.
Yes,
they have
my
a
guy.
small collection for men.
I mean, is it nice?
But that's what. But that's the
it's
thing.
Lululemon. That's what.
But do black folks wear it?
Yes.
That's like seeing a in Aldo's or hookahs. I see white boys in that shit all day. You seen them? You see them in airports. 49 and older white men, and it says HOOKA, like hookah.
It's HOKA. Yeah, you got some.
Hoka?
Don't say that.
He's gonna be in.
Really?
He's gonna be in.
Okay, that's cool. I hope so.
He's gonna be in.
And and I'm not knocking white people. I just say you don't see a lot of brothers
Because some of your
wearing
best
hookahs.
friends are white. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all
Just
good.
like you don't see in Skechers. It's slowly it's happening.
Sketchy if you see him.
Right. Snoop just got a deal, and I was like, maybe it's just because of the S in his name. I don't know.
They paying Snoop.
Yeah, they paying him.
But that's what they do with us. They find us to really boost their brand.
To push their brand, exactly.
And make them buku rich.
Is something wrong with that though?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with that because
so
they're black
if
brands
there's something
that
wrong
have
with it, would you
equal
say yes or no?
just the same quality as these other brands, but they use us to make all the buku dollars.
That is the truth.
Bro,
Okay,
stop it.
but would you stop doing it? That's the question.
Oh, you're talking about if you were in the position
Yes,
to get the money.
You're not gonna say no to Lululemon tomorrow if they come to you with $500,000.
No.
That's not
Well, it would
what
have to
I'm
be
saying.
723,000.
There you go.
For me, but no. But my wife has been joking with me for years because she knows I'm the biggest Sketcher hater on the planet.
Right, but if
when
they come to you,
and she always says what you say.
What you go
so
do.
you telling me if they gave you $1.5 million,
Walked in here with some orange Skechers on.
that's what everybody says, but I still can't. Not all money's good money, y'all.
okay, are you gonna say? I'm asking. Are you gonna say no?
I can't just because.
Okay, let me ask you this. Right, Snoop's an ambassador for them.
And I love
right
him.
now.
That's my brother.
So
Ambassador for that.
if Snoop comes to you in
Corona.
3 years and saying this brand has been great to me, they want to get a comedian, they want it to be you. What would you say to Snoop? You would just say no.
3 years, I might say yes,
Because it's
that's
gonna be
when
a
my
different part of the
AARP
brand.
kicks in.
That's
And
it all makes sense.
then it's like, what am I doing this for? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you. Like 4 or 5 years ago, if you were in Skechers, like somebody would come and be, Alex, you okay? You need a couple dollars?
And just the same with like the social media platform Clubhouse. We're the one that made Clubhouse what it is.
But T.O.,
But
the
I'm
list
so
goes
glad
on
you-
and on.
Oh, I know,
I'm so
that's
glad
just a
you
couple.
did, though. I own some.
But no one's denying that. They use the power of African American, or in their world, they like to use the word urban. They know the urban
Culture.
dollar. Our culture is $1 trillion business. I tell everybody now, if you watch TV for 2 hours straight, I'm talking everything from a cheeseburger to toilet paper. There's some hip hop music playing in the background.
Right.
Feeling like, hey, you don't think
cool.
you have to have a rap song to wipe your ass. But they
do.
feel like, if we're gonna get the Negroes to do Charmin,
to
you
buy our
gotta
toilet
have
paper.
bars.
It was very evident when Adidas got rid of Kanye and then brought him back.
I don't.
They realized they made a mistake.
Broke.
I don't think that's the example, though.
What?
Because there's so much more before Kanye, obviously.
True.
There's athletes and
But it is an
before
urban market.
Kanye.
Right, but
That
it's
they-
the movement and the influence that he has.
Absolutely.
I will say this. Kanye was and is to this day the biggest influence in Adidas as far as black folks since Run DMC
Thank
in
you.
my
That's my-
Adidas.
there you go.
right?
That's an
Don't get me
example.
wrong.
I agree.
Yes, they went to the NBA. Yes, they got to the NFL. Yes, but no one could say they had a signature shoe that big. Even I'm not nothing against him, but
Derrick
like D
Rose.
Rose.
Right.
They got a $254 million deal. What a lot of people don't realize is he's a great basketball player, but he didn't have that personality
His
to
career
move
never
units.
took off
And
to
obviously,
really- yeah, his
and
career.
shout out to him. And it's not a bad thing, but when you have a personality, that helps move
But
units.
it's equivalent and it's synonymous to how the football business treat athletes.
Exactly.
You're only good as
As much as they can use you.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And they saw, like I said, yeah, he was good for a minute. He was trending. Then he fizzled off. He got injured.
At the end of the day,
he's
like-
not there anymore. So obviously, like you said, for a business standpoint,
Exactly.
like
You
that's
both
not it.
know NFL, not for long, right? But it's not just the NFL. It's entertainment and all
Right,
together.
exactly.
It's like
Lane that
as
you're
long
in,
as
you're
you can
never
help
gonna be
me
on
make
top
money
for long. Right.
with my business.
Yes.
But my thing is, we need to get smarter about trying to build business, just like they're using us to make them billions of dollars.
Well, that's starting with the whole NIL thing now. Just for the fact that 16, 17 now, they're aware more of the business than our generation.
just the
Absolutely.
evaluation.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I think about the other day, I had a big talk with somebody recently of, imagine the NIL was around when the Fab Five, where,
it's a whole-
you see that 30 for 30, when it always uses the example when Chris
Absolutely.
Webber was like, I can't even take a chick out for pizza in a movie,
Absolutely. 'Cause
but my
nobody can give me
jersey is
$20.
$75. Those Nikes are $120. They're making millions of dollars, and you can't break it off for $25, $30?
Then
Of course.
Charles and Ed O'Bannon,
Of course.
Absolutely.
I mean, but
they
it,
started changing all of that too.
is the college system what you really believed it was 20, 30 years ago?
Well,
Because
one thing,
again, we already know that people, the student loan thing for regular students, right? We know of course, how many billions of dollars the football and basketball brings in. And we also know that now a 21-year-old billionaire is not going to college. Right? The kids are dropping out of high school and not going to college, and they're still becoming the richest and the biggest brands in social media and in
thanks
the
to
world.
the internet.
Thanks
right?
to the internet.
The
So I'm saying,
internet
so
has
how's the
made
education?
everybody more aware.
So is that education the same price?
Oh yeah, their economical value.
Right. Because would you tell your kids to go to college nowadays?
Now,
if
here's
you're
the
not
thing.
a lawyer, doctor.
My answer to that is I have a 7, a 5, and a 2-year-old, right? Daddy would never say don't go to college.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
would never say don't go
Exactly.
because it's there for a reason, right? But it's not the only option nowadays.
Yes.
It's not. I'm a great example of that. I went to college for 20 minutes. This shit didn't work out for me.
One class.
That's not even a whole class, nigga. That was here, and I'm gone, nigga.
Did you even enroll? Did you even enroll?
Bro, it's like I started comedy and entertainment the year I went to college. So it was, what's going to
You started
pay me
at
quicker?
18-ish.
Yeah, what's going to pay me quicker?
Yeah.
So it's almost like the same thing. Let's use AAA baseball.
At 18
It's like
years old.
Football, you got to go to college first.
Right.
Basketball,
3
you
years
got to.
removed, right.
Golfers, they'll go straight.
Fitness.
Yeah, to some stuff, it's just like, you know what?
Straight.
We're not knocking it, but there's an opportunity
Go
for you to
straight
get
to
super
pros.
rich real quick right now. That's going to be your career. That's how you're going to make money. You tell your kids, why do you go to college? To learn a trade so you can make money, take care of your family, and live happily ever after. But
That's not the same.
it's not the same thing
Not 50
nowadays,
years
man.
ago, right.
You know what I mean? But I would never knock education because I want my kids to be
You gotta
smart.
be educated to a certain
Educated.
degree.
Exactly.
Educated in your own craft is more important
Exactly.
than being educated overall. Because
Right.
I don't
Exactly.
need to know history now because I have this.
Right,
But
yeah.
I can just say, hey, who was the third president of
Absolutely.
the United States? And I find out in 2 seconds. Why do I have to need? I don't need it on a test note.
I hate to say
Are
this, and I
those your
know.
cheat notes on your back of your phone?
Yeah, I'm supposed to ask
wait,
you where you.
wait, I want to say something. I hate to say this, but it's like, how many guys do you both know that are super students, went to 8 years of college, got 2 or 3 degrees,
And it ain't work.
struggling? It didn't work. School didn't pan out to be what they thought it was going to be because they went to school 8 and 9 years.
Right.
And then you get somebody that really followed their goals on what they really wanted to do, and they
And they're
became super
perfecting in
successful.
that craft.
Because you can't teach the hustle.
Exactly.
Again, not knocking college.
Yeah.
Don't
Not
get me
knocking
wrong. If you want to be a
education.
brain surgeon, look,
Then you
gotta
have to go through that, right?
You
Lawyer,
really have
you
to
have
do
to
that.
go through that.
You
right,
have
right,
to do
right.
that.
But it's not like it's the only way to survive
Right.
in this world today.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So going through like 18, 19 years old when you were saying, okay, I want to do this comedian thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get out of college, hit the streets, like,
Or
what was
go
that-
to college.
What was that thought process for you?
Growing up where I grew up in LA, everybody was kind of really doing the whole high school, and then all my boys were going to the HBCUs.
Okay.
I had heard about it.
Right.
You know, all my boys, we're going to go to Howard. We're going to go to Morehouse. We're going to go to...
Wasn't gonna happen.
It wasn't going to happen. It wasn't even in the deck
Where were
of
you
cards. I went to USC, though.
For 20 minutes.
Yeah, I majored in hustleology.
Right.
No, it was, in my case, it was just, I hate to say it, but it was Soul Train for me.
Okay.
I'm at Soul Train from 15 to 20 years old.
Right.
So it's like I'm a hood celebrity.
Right.
I'm meeting all these superstars. I don't know what I want to do yet. I ain't even thought about comedy. I ain't even thought about acting. I was just a was like happy to be on TV going down the line every week.
Right.
But I'm meeting all these stars and all these opportunities start happening.
Right.
So it's almost like I learned it out of order. I learned the hustle and the networking part before I really
super
had
important.
the talent part.
So, yeah. You weren't hustling anything at the moment.
Yeah. You know, because growing up around so many people that did it the wrong way,
You got to
you
say
know,
that.
the streets, the drugs, the gangbanging and all that, I knew I wasn't that guy.
Yeah.
I also knew I wasn't the athlete. You know, to
Yeah,
be
we
honest
know
with you,
that.
I wanted to be Howard Cosell.
That's
You
hilarious.
could
I
do
wanted to
that.
be the announcer.
You can still be Howard Cosell.
I could.
More like
And then
how we
Stuart
men-
Scott, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Like when we met, I was like, dude, what you don't understand is I damn near love you as much as I love the players. Because he brought hip hop and our culture,
That culture
into
to
to ESPN and still gave the same information as the white guys did, but he made it like you damn near watching, listening to a Snoop Dogg or a Jay-Z album. You know what I mean?
Right.
But still learning about sports and statistics and all that.
Right.
He found a way
Yeah.
to speak to
convey.
our culture.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But
Wow.
yeah, Hatch, T.O., I had no idea that it would turn into this. I just knew I wanted to be in the entertainment business. I just didn't know how and to what capacity.
But sometimes you don't have to know the how. Just go. You know, like that's the message, I think. Like forget the, well, it's got to be right and let me figure this out. If you really love something, you want to follow the passion, just go. The how
Yeah.
go figure itself out.
No, exactly. Like people ask me all the time, so how did you become a writer on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? I'm like, dude, I really have the epitome of right place
right
at the
time.
right time story. Dude, I had only been doing comedy 6 months. I didn't have 5 minutes of jokes.
Right.
I caught the bus to the Laugh Factory that night. I remember it like it was yesterday, July 2nd, 1992. I sat in a 13-hour line just to go up and do 3 minutes.
13 hours.
13 hours, and still to this day. How about any Tuesday? Tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you went by the Laugh Factory tomorrow
Laugh
morning,
Factory,
you guys
yeah.
have been there,
Yeah.
Chocolate Sunday. But if you went on a Tuesday
That
at 9
line-
o'clock in the
that
morning,
line goes
you'll see a
solid.
line around the block from people all over the world
13 hours?
that come here to want to be a star.
I think you need to tell the people that again, because people think they just come out here and it happens and it's easy, and I'm a great writer, and forget all that.
Brother, so I'm gonna finish that story so you really see the dynamic. Yeah. I'm in a 13-hour line.
13
people behind
hours,
me, people behind me, probably 14, 15 hours.
Right, of course.
So I got picked to be one of the 10 to go on that night.
I thought you would have been a caboose. You were so shocked.
I would all do. Now here's the crazy part. Speaking of cabooses, I was the last comedian out of all the amateurs. Now look how cold-blooded it was. If you were the first comedian, it was like at 7:30, 8 o'clock when there was no crowd.
Okay,
Two people in the room, 3 people. So I was the last of the amateurs.
Yeah.
So I went on a show that started at 8. I went on at 9. So now there's at least 40, 50 people in the room.
Yeah, you won.
And Will Smith is sitting in the front row of the comedy club. Way before he was slapping people.
Right.
So, thank God he slapped me that night, right? Got off stage, he was like, yo, man, you real funny, man. My name is, I was like, I know who the hell you are. You Will Smith. He's like, yeah, man, I got this brand new TV show. I'm like, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I watch it every week because it had only been on 2 years at that time.
Okay.
He goes, well, let me ask you a question. He goes, do you write? I'm like, you got a pen? He's like, well, do you think you could come down and help us with some funny stuff like what I saw on stage? And I was like, hold on, let me check my schedule. Yes, I'm available.
Yeah.
He goes, when do you think you could come down? I'm like, shit, now?
Right now. You going, I'm going.
Yeah. Can I get a ride with you? I
Yeah,
caught the bus of this bitch.
Right.
I was there the next day.
That's awesome.
4 years, 80-something episodes, and it was just the start of my career.
Yeah.
That boosted everything. And when Fresh Prince was over, pretty much every black show that came on after it, I was either on it, in it, writing on it, doing warm-up. Like, I literally, Living Single, I was worked on that for 5 years. The Wayans Brothers, 5 years. Moesha, 5 years. The Parkers, 5 years. Like, every black show there was.
Well, damn, I'll be
It
damned.
opened up all the doors for me.
So again, writing, doing that stuff is one thing, but where the comedy and you going on stage, or is that all tied in? Because some people
Not
just
at all.
write. You know what I'm saying?
So
And some
writing
people just
obviously
do
is a
comedy.
script,
Right?
And that's the structure, that's the show. Now,
So
by me
why
being
you
such
keep
a writer,
doing both though?
I did both. I never stopped.
Okay.
And that's what made me
Man,
different
this
than a
is
lot.
educating me, bro. I didn't even know that. But
You didn't
I'm
know
over
that?
here- Bro, I'm over here flabbergasted. I'm like,
Yeah,
all those
he
shows.
He didn't hang back in the day.
No, but what happened, T.O., was by me being behind all those black shows for like a whole decade, you didn't see me.
Right.
You don't see writers.
Right, no,
You
I
saw me on the Jamie Foxx show,
No, yeah,
Players
but-
Club movie. I was that and I'm going to tell you what it was.
Damn.
Because remember, it all ties back to what you said about when you're 19, 20, you're trying to figure out, I just knew I didn't want to work a regular job.
Facts.
And when I found out that there's a lot of different ways to make money in Hollywood,
Yes,
I was
facts.
like, I'm going to do them
All the lanes.
so I never have to have a regular job. So when I wasn't writing, I was doing stand-up.
comedy.
When I wasn't
Gotcha.
doing stand-up, you saw me on a TV show. When I wasn't doing TV, you saw me in the movies. If you didn't see me in movie TV, I was doing cartoons.
Yeah.
Here we are 30 years later and never had to have a regular job.
Wow.
Doing what I love to do.
Wow.
I saw so many white guys do it. And a lot of the brothers that I came up with, they didn't see the other avenues. They felt like,
They pigeonholed themselves.
it's kind of like what you got with sports. People don't realize, being on the field is a huge deal.
Right.
But you know how many executives get paid in this business? I mean, I know y'all know.
Right,
but
right.
the front office gets paid.
Yep.
The general manager gets
trainers,
paid.
Yeah, pro personnel.
There's trainers, there's
yeah.
people.
Coaches, yes, tons of different
And you can
lanes.
make it a lifetime. So that's what I found out early in the game.
Okay.
And that's why I always thank Will, and I can never say anything bad about him because he opened up every door for me. Because after him, it was with Jamie for every day for years. After that, it was with Martin all the time. Then with Eddie Murphy, the Wayans family. Like, I'm working on the Wayans' new show right now, and I said on a post the other day, really coming from the bottom of my heart, the Wayans family has kept me employed for 30 years,
Yeah,
man.
Facts.
Relationships. Whether it was their TV shows, the movies, warm up, whatever, they always looked out.
So
No,
he
no,
diversified his portfolio, man. That's
Pretty
what he
much.
did.
So,
man, you would have
yeah.
been a great receiver, dog, if you could run more than one route, bro. That's why he
Is this your friend?
No, he's not, my friend.
Why are you being mean?
He's
Aren't you on the same team right now?
What team?
He's on his own team.
No.
He's
No,
on his own team.
I'm just-
So doing your comedy,
No, he could
right?
have been
How
a
do
hell
you?
of a
How,
receiver, dog, if he just ran more than one route. But that's all he could run route.
Were you guys friends when you were playing it? It happened after.
I don't know this.
You're like, look here. I just met Terrence
Just met-
Owens. Okay? All right.
So, doing the comedy stuff, like, how do you even come up with your material
Yeah,
just for the comedy?
You know what, man? I'm going to be honest with you. I get that question.
Why would you lie to us?
You know what I'm saying? You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the part I love the most about being a comedian. The honesty
that you
whether
tell.
you like it or not, all I can do is tell you the real shit, and it's a great feeling.
Exactly.
It's a great feeling to be like,
I told him the truth.
Just to go into what you're asking. So I have a simple answer. Traveling, seeing the world. I have so many stories.
Right.
Everywhere I go, it's a story. I'm constantly writing because I'm constantly going somewhere I either never been before.
Right.
Last week, first time ever. 30 years of doing stand-up was my first time ever going to Killeen, Texas.
Okay.
You know what Killeen?
No, I've heard of it.
But you're from Terrell. Wait, no, you're from.
No, my name is Terrell.
No, but the name of your city you grew up in.
Alexander City.
Alexander City. That's a small.
Jamie
in
Foxx
Alabama.
is from
He's
Terrell.
from Terrell,
yeah.
Texas. Okay, so Killeen is Central Texas.
Okay.
Never been there in my life. Always heard about it. It's known for two things on this globe. It's known for the number one, the hugest military base in the world, Fort Hood, and it's the number one city in America for STDs.
Interesting.
The number one. Yep. They are leading the league. They are leading the league
Well,
in
somebody
cooties.
got to be number
They're
one.
leading the league in cooties right now. Like in the airport is a big ass billboard that says syphilis welcomes you to Killeen, Texas. I put on a condom and baggage claim. Okay, it didn't take it off for 2 days. I kept that bitch on because I was like, I can't accidentally bring something home to my family and my kids. You know? Traveling, man. Traveling just gives me stories
After story, experiences, yeah.
Oh, you don't understand. So people ask me, like, so where's some of the other crazy places? As you know, I'm from South Central LA, but last year I did Israel. For the first time ever, I did 14 shows in Israel with Jerry Seinfeld.
Wow, that's a lot. You opened for Jerry Seinfeld.
We did.
Wow.
So what happens is he has a huge foundation. It's called Comedy for Kobe. Jerry Seinfeld is one of his
Kobe
best.
Bryant?
Not Kobe, no. So Kobe is a 14-year-old kid that was killed terrorism
Wow.
in Israel.
Okay.
So, and he just happened to be the son of one of the biggest rabbis.
Okay.
So 14 years ago, Jerry Seinfeld, who's friends with this particular rabbi, they started a huge comedy show to raise money for children because it's huge over there.
Yeah.
Kids getting killed due to terror because it's still crazy over there, right? So in 14 years, he only had 4 black comics. I was the 4th Negro.
Wow.
Yeah, he had Dave Chappelle one year, he had Kevin Hart one year, he had Chris Rock one year, and he had me last year.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Congratulations,
But it was
dog.
huge for me, you guys, because I'm a Christian. I love the Lord, but I got to bring my kids to go to the manger
Yeah.
where Jesus was born.
Yeah.
Bethlehem.
Yeah.
If you know anything about the Bible,
Literally.
literally.
Yeah.
Now here's the crazy
You
part.
lost him when you said
Jesus.
Jesus. Like I have pictures that says home of Christ.
Home of the Jesus.
So I have pictures of me. You heard that Jesus walked on water?
Yeah.
The Sea of Galilee?
Yeah.
Well, your boy moonwalked on water that day. I have video of me moonwalking on the Sea of Galilee, right? But here's the cold part. People ask me, was I nervous? I'm not gonna lie. I've never, in all my years, I never went up in front of 15,000 Jews.
That's how many there was.
I'm literally the only black person in the building.
Literally.
And Jerry and them put me as the headliner.
Love it.
I have to do 30 minutes and I have to be clean.
Wow.
I'm a from South Central LA.
Yeah, that's tough.
What the am I going to talk about?
Without getting my head chopped off.
Right. Out here,
talk
you know what I
about
mean?
laundry detergent.
What?
It's clean.
Here's the cold part. So earlier that morning, we prayed in the manger where Jesus was born. That night,
Wow.
I got a standing ovation
Wow.
in front of 15,000 Jews. When I tell you prayer is real, and it really did work,
Yeah.
I got a standing ovation. When I tell you, I left that show with 150 yarmulkes. They all gave me, you know, in hockey, you got a hat trick and they throw the
hat trick,
yarmulkes.
yeah, you got the hat
And it was 1,500 yarmulkes on stage. They were like, you are our son. You are one of us. Shabbat shalom. You know what I mean? Like, it was crazy, man. It was an amazing experience. Wow. One last thing. My craziest place I've ever did, 6 months ago, I did a show at Pelican Bay.
Oh,
It's the most notorious prison, like in.
I thought you were at the resort in Orange County.
Yeah, no, that's Pelican Hill.
Okay,
that's where I got. That's where I got married. Pelican Bay, it's not a resort.
That's a beautiful place.
Yeah,
You can tell he doesn't travel anywhere
Only the Pelican Hill.
I had to do the extremes so y'all could really see
Yeah.
your boy has done
Everything.
2 extremes.
Wow.
So 6 months ago, I get called to just speak. They didn't even say the words comedy. They wanted me to speak to 150 lifers.
Right. Wow.
Did you hear me?
Lifers.
Lifers. That means everybody in this room
They ain't going
did
nowhere.
it.
Yeah.
Every in here did it, right?
Yeah.
So the warden, I get there, I'm just gonna cut straight to it. The warden was like, so you don't have to really do your stand-up. Just kind of talk
Give
to
him some
them,
inspiring
give them some
words.
inspiring words. And I was like, I don't know if I can inspire them because I'm going home tonight.
They're not going
They're not
anywhere.
going home ever, right?
No
He's
time.
like, are you nervous? And I was like, a little bit.
Yeah,
He goes, why, man? You're Alex Thomas. I was like, yeah, but if I'm not funny, they're going to rape me. I'm gonna leave this.
150 times.
I'm gonna leave this bitch pregnant. Nigga. I'm gonna have to let my wife know we got one on the way. Like talking about nervous, but it soon as I touch the mic, all the nerves, kind of
Went
like with
away.
you guys. You
Hit
know,
the field, yeah,
until
you
you
lose
hit
all
the
that.
field, when you get on the game, all that goes away. So I got on stage. Remember, he said, all you gotta do is 10 minutes, and you don't have to do your jokes.
Right.
I ended up doing an hour
I bet you.
and 30 minutes and got a standing ovation.
That's awesome.
Do you understand how great it felt to kill in a room full of real killers? Do you understand?
real killer.
Do you understand there's no comedy club I can't do?
Yeah.
Right.
Heard of a tough crowd?
That's
Everybody
tough-
killed somebody in this
that's-
bitch.
You did too. You didn't get
I
no
did
time.
I went home that night.
Right. Didn't get no time.
No time. But yo, here's the cold part. Afterwards, they loved me so much, I sat around and had prison lunch with the niggas.
Okay.
I had juice boxes and coffee cakes with these niggas, right?
Oh, man.
So they asked me, here's the crazy part. They asked me to bring headshots. So to sign my pictures
right.
afterwards, right? So I'm signing pictures, and the Mexican homie comes up to me. He's like, hey, bro, you're like really funny. I love you, man. You're like in all my favorite movies. I was like, oh, thanks a lot, man. He's like, Players Club was that shit, Holmes. I was like, oh, thanks a lot, man. He goes, I'm thinking about doing comedy when I get out. And I'm like, yeah, that's crazy because they told me that you ain't getting out no time soon, right? So I'm signing autographs. He goes, hey, throw your number on there so I can look you up when I get out. I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You do that Mexican Hispanic impersonation real good, dog.
Because I'm around the Bucks and the Browns, home. Shout out to the Latinas and Latinos.
The dynamic
Just everywhere you go.
But that good and bad dynamic is like, does that make you feel like you've went full circle in your career?
Absolutely. And as a comic, you feel like you could do any room.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot of black comics that are super funny, right?
But they
You
can't
see
go
them,
in those.
They either can't do white rooms or they can't do mixed rooms because they're so black.
Right. They can't relate.
It's like we speak another language.
Yep. They can't relate.
A white comic can go his entire career, get rich, get famous,
Yeah, everything.
TV shows,
And
movies.
never stuck to one black
Never have
person.
to set foot in a black comedy room.
Yeah.
There is no two ways for them. As a black comic,
You have
we
to.
always have to be able to go both ways.
Right.
So you guys have both been to Chocolate Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So if you went to me with Chocolate Sunday, and we take two comics that you saw with your own eyes kill, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we take him to the Comedy Magic Club in Hermosa Beach on a Wednesday night when it's whiter than Christmas.
Yeah.
You would think the speaking backwards.
Yeah. We've been to all them comedy shows.
Yeah, it's not that he's not funny. He
No.
just
Do you think it's
Don't relate.
material or do you think it's a comfort level?
it's material's definitely one.
Okay.
And what I had to find out over the years, white people don't want you to be white. They want you to be the that you are. Just don't offend them. You know, they're way more politically correct than us.
Yeah.
Black folks just laugh because the shit's funny. White people are like, oh, no. No. Yeah, well, I mean, do you know my mother? Why would you say that?
Why would you say that
They're
about my mom?
Yeah.
Why would you
Come
say
on,
that?
that's rude. That's
They're always on the defense.
Oh, yeah. We're black people. We pay to come and have a fucking good time.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Drink,
the thing too
eat,
is
you know.
they're not relatable. The material isn't relatable
Exactly.
to them.
So I'm gonna tell you this, right? So my first 5-6 years of doing stand-up, my whole act was about being the only black kid in an all-white private school for 10 years. So you know I grew up in South Central LA, but so I wouldn't get caught up in Crips and Bloods and gangbanging, my parents bust my ass to Beverly Hills, Burton Way and Doheny, still to this day, Berkeley Hall is where all the superstars' kids go. But I was the first black kid. 1976. I was the inaugural Negro. Dead serious.
You're on the wall.
Yeah, I'm on the wall. I'm on the wall. But so when I got teased my whole life.
That's the name of the school?
Berkeley Hall.
Berkeley
so
Hall.
you hear Campbell Hall.
Yeah, I know
You
Campbell
hear
Hall in the Valley. Right?
you hear of Harvard Westlake.
Of course, yeah.
Obviously, what's the one that LeBron's kid goes to?
Sierra Canyon, yeah.
Berkeley Hall.
Yeah.
They're all in
the
there.
same, yeah.
And I was really like the first black kid that went there, right? So my whole life, I would get teased from the kids in my hood because I came home to the hood every day. You sound like a white boy.
Right, of course.
You act like a white boy. And I used to be like, holy cow, whatever gave you that idea. You know what I mean? Stop joshing. You know what I mean?
Why are you teasing me?
Why are you teasing me? Like, I got teased because I wasn't doing the things, brothers. I was horrible at basketball. I was slow. I couldn't dunk, but I could swim with the Dolphins.
That's with the white
You know what I mean?
people,
I
not
was
the
varsity
Dolphins.
speech and debate on your ass. You know what I mean? Like, you want
Varsity.
a Crip or blood? No, I was a Cub Scout. You know what I mean? My parents with the faux shade manual, real hood shit. But by junior high, that's when we moved to the West Side. So that's when I went to Fairfax. That's
that's
when
what
I'm
you
a
got.
block away from the Beverly Center,
You
and
gotta
I'm on the
tuck
West
your-
Side.
You got
On
to
your
tuck with your
people.
black side.
Yeah, but you know what? I never lost
Lost, I know, but to them,
to them.
right?
Yes.
To them, you came over like, oh, now
Exactly.
you're one of us.
But T, it helped me out big time as a comedian because I was able to go to any room
Right? Yeah.
and make all people laugh.
Yeah.
When Def Comedy Jam first came around,
Yeah.
biggest show on the planet. Russell, Martin, on them, they loved me. I wasn't all those too, but the reason I didn't go on the tours back then, because they thought I wasn't enough.
Yeah.
I just, you know what I mean?
That wasn't
I wasn't
you.
that
That
dude
wasn't
to
your-
come up,
yeah.
how y'all doing? Who eat from the back in this motherfucker? I eat the booty too. Good night. Like, that wasn't
Yeah.
my
Not you.
style.
Yeah, it's not you.
I have stories and I have stuff to talk about,
Right.
you know? So
Right.
So talking about different types of things, like what's your craziest locations like you went to?
I did a show in the North Pole.
Like where
What,
Santa
Santa
Claus,
Claus?
where Santa Claus is
I
from?
met Santa Claus.
The North Pole.
I got pictures with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
What about dancer?
Picture. He was sick that day. He had COVID. So what happened? Prancer was there though.
Okay, that was
No, but I literally have pictures with like "Welcome to the North Pole." Like talking about
Where
comedy.
is the North Pole?
I'm about to tell you. I have the answer.
You don't know where the North Pole is?
No, but do you know?
In the North?
No.
Because okay, thank you.
Exactly.
How about
In the
this?
North.
I'm about to educate both you dudes. How about the North Pole is AKA Fairbanks, Alaska.
Fairbanks,
It's
Alaska.
the furthest northern
you can
point.
go, obviously, yeah. Now that you say that.
But
it
I
makes
didn't
sense.
know. All I know is my manager gets a call. They want you to perform in the North Pole. I'm like, well, with Santa Claus, like
right.
really? And they're like, no, for real. I'm like, what kind of show it? He's like, it's all black people. I'm like, so now
There's black people
in
in
the North Pole.
Alaska,
Okay,
right?
yeah, whatever. Turns
black
out
Santa Claus
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there,
okay,
right?
yes. Is Santa Claus hosting? Okay, yeah. So they're gonna pay me with presents. And so, long story short, it's one of the biggest military bases. It felt like I
Interesting.
was in Chicago, Brooklyn, Detroit,
right. Wow.
South Central, Tacoma, East Oakland. It was Gus.
Really?
1,500 people sold out. North Pole. There was Crips and Bloods in the audience. Now here's the cold part.
What they doing? Throw snowballs?
Snow machines, yes. They go, I'm gonna come back and get your ass in the spring. It's too cold to do it. The gum jam and how about it was one of the coldest days in North Pole history. It was 61 below. So how about this? One of the comics missed his flight. It's 3 comics. The promoter meets us in the airport and goes, yo, your boy missed the flight. So it was a long drive to the military base. He's like, we got to stall for a couple hours. I was like, okay, it's 61 below, snow up to our nuts.
ain't
Like, what do
going
you stall?
outside, right.
He goes, and I can't make this up, y'all want to hit the strip club?
Interesting.
I was like, so you're a comedian, right?
Right.
You f***ing think 61 below a strip club? Are you out of your f***ing mind?
Right.
Who got their clothes off?
Yeah. So we at the strip club, right? Bitches on the pole and a turtleneck. She got a hot coffee. Are in mittens and shit. Like it was the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. We really did hang out in the strip club for
a
like
couple-
2 Eskimo
Really?
bitches. It was crazy.
Wow.
It's just stories, man. It's just comedy. I mean, I've done everything from backyard boogies
right.
to
little
synagogues.
picnic, yeah. But okay, so again, you're a big time writer, right? Family Guy, like I said, started Fresh Prince, all that stuff. Those are high paying,
Right.
right, jobs.
Right.
do you still feel like you have to go to these smaller venues and do comedy to keep relevant? Like, because a lot of people are like, yo, I'm shutting it down. I got this job with Family Guy. I ain't doing it no more.
That's what made me different.
Or you
That's
do it
what
to
made me
keep
different.
Materials.
That's what made, because you know what? I'm a real comedian. I could tell you, I'm not gonna
David
say names.
Arnold used to
lot of-
always say that.
He was a
real,
rest in peace.
real
He's a
comedian.
real
Yep,
Dave
R.I.P.
Chappelle, a real comedian.
Yeah.
Wayans, real. Yes, even though I've made millions of dollars doing TV and films, and that's great.
Right.
But when you're a real comedian,
Right.
I got shit to say, and I need a crowd
Yeah, to
tonight.
say it. Yeah.
Where's there gonna be 100 people in the room tonight?
Right, I'm
I don't
going.
care. I have a beautiful home, and I got these jokes.
Interesting.
I got to get off, and that's what's kept me relevant. So, just so you know, 90% of all comedy writers are some of your favorite shows. I don't care if it was Good Times to Sanford and Son to Friends to Martin to Happy Days. They were all stand-up comics first, and a lot of them were horrible performers, but they were better writers. So they were like, "F the stage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just write and get this money." My thing was, I love writing, but I love writing my own jokes too. Because my jokes aren't what you saw on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yes, the scenarios and a lot of that funny was me, but I have my life,
It's just like
my
Hatch.
stories.
Back in the day, you used to, I don't know if you used to roll with him, but I know you
Yeah.
had some instances with a certain BMF group that was out there. They have a huge TV show out right now, but again, I know that was a big thing, and before Big Meech and all them
Right.
jail and everything, and now 50 Cent has the whole TV show. Where did that story, that dynamic come from with you
Or
guys'
any of these
relationship?
people in this room, the feds, there's no,
We can
there's no
find-
police in here right
let's
now.
find out.
Because I might have to pass on that question. Next question.
I wanna find out.
No. No, you know what's so crazy, man, to be honest with you? They gave me a pass.
Okay.
I was one of their favorite comedians. A lot of
Okay,
people didn't
all
know that. I wasn't really close with Meech. I was more close with Big T.
Okay.
Southwest T. And I'll just never forget, man. My experience with them was at one of my birthday parties, 2004. There's 1,500 people in this club. T hit me early up that day. He said, I want to come to the birthday party tonight. I was like, cool, I'll put you on the list. I'm like, how many you gonna have? He's like, he goes, me plus 100. And I was, who says me plus 100? I got there, it was him plus 150. When I tell you, BMF rolled deep to my birthday party. It was one of the crazy, and they were loving it. I came late to my own party. I get there, T says, happy birthday, and before he could even shake my hand, he gave me a bottle of Ace of Spades and said, happy birthday, right?
Let's rock.
Biz Markie is the DJ.
Biz,
rest in peace.
rest in peace,
2003, 2004, Jay-Z's on top of the world. You would think Jay-Z was performing live at my party because that was the only goddamn songs
That they played.
Biz was playing, right? I get over to Big T, Southwest T. He hands me the bottle of Ace of Spades and said, hey, Alex, tell Biz to play 6 Jay-Z songs in a row. And I was like, he just played like 15
20 in a
Jay-Z,
row,
20
right,
of them in a row. Like, he's like,
Bing, bing, bing,
he go 1,500. Tell Biz Markie to play 6 Jay-Z songs in a row. I walked 6 feet over to Biz Markie. I was like, Biz Markie, I got $200 for you to play 6 Jay-Z songs in a row. That nigga was like, chicka, chicka, chicka. My nigga. I was like, man, BMF for life.
That's your
they
people.
are my friends.
That's your
I don't
people.
give a what anybody says. It was crazy, man. They had a lot of money.
Oh, they was.
You
They
been to
was
the
on
Atlanta
top of the
parties
world.
too?
Bro,
Yeah,
I
on
was-
top
They
of the
came to
world.
here one year. We had your party.
Bro, they were right around the corner.
I think one year T.O. because T.O.'s parties used to be crazy.
You never made it,
Hey,
huh?
buddy.
I
Hey,
came
buddy.
to- yeah, I came to
T.O.,
a
you
couple,
leave me
buddy.
hanging? T.O.
Oh, my bad.
I
No.
still to this day.
Oh, my bad.
Some of the greatest parties of all time.
Man, trust me, I'm low key about mine.
You're not
man.
low key if
I'm
it's a
low-key
party.
One
dog.
year,
What are you
one year,
talking about?
T.O. walked into his own party with his shirt off, and the was walking a Black Panther. I could not believe it. Brought an animal to his party.
Bro,
This brought a wild animal
is
to his
wrong
own
with you?
party. I'm like, this right here.
hey man, you gotta. Hey, I was living life.
Yes, he was.
living life.
I'm gonna tell you, there was a few years, I'm not gonna lie, there was a few years that I thought it could have possibly, from partying with this dude, I thought it could have been in his contract that when he goes to clubs, he's not allowed to wear shirts. This nigga, all he wore was lotion and jewelry, nigga. I'm like, so what? You've got a 9-pack. But I was right there with him because he couldn't. There was a whole lot of women there, and I was like, he can't handle them all. He needs help. He needs assistance.
Bro,
He had abs, I had jokes, so it all worked out.
Man, I'm talking about dog parties.
Fly us in, pool parties.
Man.
It was crazy.
Was you was in Oklahoma City?
Oh, man, I can't forget.
You was there.
You had
Man.
some amazing weekends too, brother.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
thank you.
We
But
had
not
a
like I didn't party like T.
But some of your stuff, I can't, because there was a lot of porn that went down in those. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Yeah, it was a lot of.
Boy, you didn't want to come to the 7th floor, I'll tell you. Oklahoma City Hyatt.
Langston University, boy.
Boy,
We
talk
was
about
out
some
there
good times.
stuck.
Yeah, it
How
was a
many
good
years
time.
in a row did you do?
I only did like 3 or 4
Was that the year
years.
Julie went to jail?
Julie went to jail?
Julie went to
Why did
jail.
the girl go to jail?
She was trying to keep people out the party, I
And
think.
something,
the
yeah,
security came over.
got
and she's
into it
like,
with the
I'm
security.
the boss of this, and then
Like she was
the
organi-
PR chick.
Right,
Yeah.
she
I
was
remember that.
organizing, orchestrating
remember that.
everything, and she got in a little verbal altercation.
Yeah.
verbal altercation
She was
with
like,
law
I'm-
enforcement.
She was like,
security.
I'm in charge, and law enforcement was like, no, we're in charge.
Right.
It was
She
like
got out that night.
Was
she
it
might
that?
have spent the
I
night.
Wait, no,
think it
she's
was.
still in there.
No, she's not still in there.
She did 9 years, I think, after that.
Yeah, but right. But Julie, you made Get Your Popcorn
Free
Ready
Julie. We get the
podcast.
t-shirts made. Free Julie.
Free Julie Jordan. Man,
She's
Julie Jordan. Isn't it Wyatt now? Is he getting married?
Julie Wyatt.
Julie Wyatt.
Jordan.
She's funny.
Yeah, we go.
And how
way
many
back,
years did
though.
you do for your
Every year.
weekends?
He did like every year.
my week. Oh, my part. Oh,
like,
it
how
was
many-
like every off season. Like I mean, it was
Those
in
are the
Atlanta,
good old
birthdays.
It would
though.
have
He would
her-
do his birthdays.
and
every
however
year.
long, and in the off season in Atlanta, man.
Oh, that's
pool
what
parties.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
I know,
That's what I'm talking about.
That's funny.
man.
You remember tip drills? Yeah, that was at this pool parties.
Man, bro.
It was
You
crazy.
gonna be on that new Freak Neek documentary coming
I
out?
hope they don't get me on there.
No, I never. No,
I caught the very end.
I was in amazement when
That's
I
what was going on for you,
what
too.
because
Yeah.
all of my teammates at UT Chattanooga, they were from the Atlanta area.
Yeah.
Clark
was crazy.
Central. I mean,
Yeah.
Smyrna.
You know what they could have called
Athens.
that? They could have called that whole tape "Porn on Peachtree"
on 85.
because it was going down,
Bro, when you came up 85 from Chattanooga,
Oh yeah,
bro,
Cars
and it was
everywhere.
backed up, bro. It was people.
it was
was
a party in
convertibles.
traffic.
On the side of
Drop
the
top,
street,
everything.
right.
I'm talking about, bro. They were all over
Oh,
the
it was
place.
crazy.
Bro.
I caught the very end
was
of it.
unreal.
Yeah, it looked like
I
Super
didn't-
Bowl traffic
Right.
with
Right.
Oh,
With college students from everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
everybody used to drive down.
Bro, I was
yeah.
just like, what is this?
Yeah. And
Like,
it was
when they-
it was
when you
weird
talk
because
about-
it was like that 18 to 21, like not really old enough to go
Right.
to the 20. So it was like the party was in the street.
Yeah,
It
we
was
just go
in the
party
street,
outside.
bro.
Going to a club wasn't even in the deck of
Nothing.
cards.
No.
All you had to do was just walk down the street, walk anywhere.
In 5 feet, you go see
Dog,
something.
it was
Can I
ass
say something?
everywhere.
Can I say something about Atlanta? Because we've all shout out to Atlanta. We've all partied in Atlanta
ATL.
before. Atlanta. My last part of my BMF stories was. What year was Atlanta All-Star Weekend? The 2003, 4, 6.
It was
2004,
way
3.
between
The Ice
Those
Storm?
are the Iverson years.
The Ice Storm. It
Ice
was
Storm was like 2002, 2003.
Okay,
something.
2002,
yeah.
2003, right? So Shaq and Justin Timberlake threw a party. Were you there, T.O.?
I don't know.
It was one of the craziest parties I've ever been to in my life. It was the year that Visions opened.
I remember Visions.
Do you remember Visions?
I remember
Yeah. The club was the size of the mall. There's 9,000 people, All-Star Weekend, and I will never forget because this situation blew me away.
Visions
I'm a
was on
Hollywood
Peachtree.
nigga,
It
so
was
I'd never
on the
seen
corner.
anything like this. We get to the front door. There's 1,000 people going this way, and there's 1,000 people going this way. And I'm like, you know, we're with a bunch of celebrities. We don't have to worry about that, but I wanted to ask the security, like, what? There's 1,000
What's
people
that
going this way.
way? Yeah.
There's 1,000 people. I'm like, what is this? He goes, this is the regular civilians coming in. That's the $100 cut-in line. And I was like, what? Okay, I live in LA. I don't know. What is $100
cut line.
cut-in? He like, it's like this. These right here, they paying $100. to get in front of these right here. And I'm like, and pay the same price? He's like, yes. I was like, so they're paying $100 just to get in faster?
Yes.
He's like, yes. So we get in the party. This is All-Star Weekend. And you know how All-Star Weekend parties are. It's already feels like 10 million people in there, right?
Yeah.
We get in there, and I'm talking from Denzel to Jay-Z to every superstar you can think of. Shaq's section is crazy. Justin Timberlake's crazy. And right in the middle, it's a gigantic space that could fit 200 people, and it's just Denzel Washington and 2 of his bodyguards. Like, it's a million right here, a million right here,
Zelly
and it's just
chilling.
Denzel and 2 bodyguards. And me and all my comedy, we're dying. We're like, this really is like, no one's coming in here.
Nobody. Yeah.
I'm Denzel. I don't give a I'm here
Stay
for
away from me.
Stay away from.
Yeah.
I'm here for Shaq and Justin Timberlake, right? So I was like, oh, that's really cool.
That's cute.
Right? So all of a sudden, BMF comes in, and they about 200 deep. And this is 2002, 2003. It looked like 900 in throwback jerseys. It looked like the NFL, the NBA, and all of professional hockey walked in.
Right.
Every jersey you could ever think of.
Right.
It was just 1,000 of them. I didn't know who they were at that time.
Right.
I asked my boy, the promoter, he's like, oh, that's BMF. They big out here. They doing it real big. I was like, oh, that's crazy, right? All I see is Meech and 1,000. You saw that scene in Malcolm X when he was like this, and like you see 1,000.
Points that way.
It's like he walked, and you just see 900 walk. They walk up to that section. Remember Denzel was standing there with 2 security guards? You see the promoter. Meech stops at the ropes.
Right.
You see the promoter go over. You just see this?
Yeah, Denzel don't want nobody
And Denzel
over here.
looks, and he goes, he just go, like, as in, I don't know what he said, but it sounded like he said, okay, then cool. That went under the ropes, went to Shaq's side. I turned my face, I looked back, and do you know that all 900 of those
Jersey was up in there.
was in Denzel's section? And I had to ask the promoter, what the fuck just happened? He goes, this ain't like LA, bro. Because you know in LA,
Yeah,
LA's
nobody
on
would've
some, who
touched
are
him.
you?
Yeah.
What is your credits? Who are you with?
right.
Atlanta?
Scoot over, young fella.
Mr. Washington, we love you.
But scoot your butt over.
But scoot to the left, because these are about, and I found out later that Meech gave him like 80,000 earlier that day.
Oh,
Just to lock that section down.
Gotcha.
That's our shit. We late. But even Denzel has to move to the left because BMF's pulling in. It was the craziest shit. I was like, who are these?
Yeah.
They just make my Denzel Washington.
BMF.
Yes.
Bad mother.
Bad It was crazy, dude. I'm like, money, down there, they don't matter what your credits are.
Right.
They coming to spend money, and
Yeah.
Right.
Money
It's
talks.
chances are Denzel's going to get everything for free tonight.
Money
These
talks.
are going to spend
Hey.
100,000.
Right.
Absolutely.
They're gonna, make it known.
Well, shoot,
Yeah,
let
they're gonna throw it all in the
everybody
air.
know where they can find you on social media, my guy.
Hey, man, yes. First of all, I had fun.
Good, man. You're
Time
supposed to
went by
have
so
fun.
f***ing fast. I'm going to have to come back at a
Come
later
on
date. or
back. Yes,
something.
sir.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Funny Man Alex Thomas on Instagram. I need to get y'all both on my podcast,
Facts.
the Funny Don't Stop Show.
And the shows
my
you got
book-
out right now. The
Huh?
book and the
Yes,
shows you got out right now.
Yeah. At Funny Man Alex Thomas. That's my Instagram. My podcast is The Funny Don't Stop Show. In my book, I sold out last night. I was going to
Okay.
bring you two, but I didn't. I got to
that's
re-up.
cool. Okay,
I got to re-up.
cool.
It's a good
That's a
problem
Good
to have.
thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah. It's now number 1 on Amazon. So
Okay.
anybody go to Amazon, type in The Funny Don't Stop, or you just go to my Instagram, click the link in the bio, get the book. It's called
Get
The
your
Funny
book.
Don't Stop.
Get the
And
book.
that's about it, man.
All right, there it
I'm
is,
having a ball, man.
Sure.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations.
Oh, man.
Keep
We
doing your
appreciate
thing,
you.
homie.
Had a ball, man.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Get your popcorn. Holla at y'all next week. Peace.
Yeah.